Welcome back, fantasy followers, to another team review for round 6. The weeks are definitely flying. It was now, 5 weeks ago that we were in Vegas. So, how's everyone's teams looking? All out. Well, to put it simply, we are back. 926 points for us in round 6. Look, we did Captain Grant, which was a bit of an issue for us. We thought after we saw the points scored of Ponga, Terrell May, and Kai Pearce-Paul on the first night. But 104, we will take that. Smithies is looking like a good keeper at the moment. He's got 61 points, and I think last week he got something similar with 65 or 68, something in that region. Connor and Terrell May continue to move on nicely, and of course the emergence of Kai Pearce-Paul with a 66 bomb there. Look, if you got Ben Travojevic still in your team, it's time to move him on. He did have a hamstring injury and went off, but he's just mid in the centres. And if there is an outside back injury, he just looks like he's going to be moved to the centres every single time. So it looks like he is a sell. Jamal Fogarty in that overtime Golden Point win, 82 points. Look, if he did that last week, we would be lovely because we captained him. But 82, we will take that. And Flanagan continues to get nicely with the price rises as well. Now, RTS is an interesting one, 617k. Every time he's scored, he's ended up getting 40 points still. So, look, I want to be selling him, but it's just a bit concerning in the long front. I think he does play that first buy, so I would be keeping him. Lussick keeps trucking along nicely with no hands on the bench. And good to see Salmon, Strange, and Hughes, if you kept them, continue plot on nicely. All our team, Galvin is back next week, so that's a good sign for us to have another option. And Pierre Cora is tipped to come out either this week or next week. So if you held on to him, hopefully he can start making some money for you. I know it's a long way. Round 6 be of 24, so there's still money to be made there if he comes back and scores well. But yeah, we got 22,000 ranked last week. We are now 12k. Overall, 926. We did put a thing on the Instagram. Most people got in between 800 and 900 points. So if you got anything above 926, you'd be very happy. A few players that we're looking at for this week on the buys is Blore, Shawnee Blore. We still have Chan, and if my computer starts to work, oh, he's not coming up. There we go. Sean Blore, 50 points average. He scores 70 on the weekend with a try, 1.7% ownership. So a little bit of a pod there. 526k. I'd be looking at him. A good thing for the all-out team is that Nico Hines actually had a bit of a stinker with 56. So look to him to go down after lockouts lifted. He might be 900k-ish very soon. Another one we're looking at is Iro. Now, Iro, he is only playing the setters because there's so much forward injuries at the Sharkies that Talakai's been moved to the forwards. But he averages 40, and Mick said it best. He has such an aura about him. You just got to keep him in. So it'll be interesting to see if he keeps a spot over Talakai or he gets moved on. I'd be waiting for Teamless this week. He's still relatively cheap at 268, but he did get 40 with a -5 break even. So I reckon he'd be at 300k. Now, another one that we said to buy in the buy, hold, sell, Angus Crichton, 442k, break even of 27, 61 points. He'll probably go up to 480. I can probably comfortably say that. 480k. He's got Newcastle. I played Newcastle this week, got 61. So very good buy if you bought him. Took the risk with the Robbo minutes issue. And he looks like he could be back up to 700k in a few weeks. Time if he keeps with the performances that he's doing. So that's who we're looking at this week. Obviously, Cleary has been ruled out this week against the Tigers. So if you held him, you're a bit spewing there. And Haas is also tipped to return very soon for the Broncos, which means he's going to be a buy and probably a pod if that all goes to plan. Let's move on to the all-out league. Now, Ali B is on top with a lead of about 3 points, I believe that was, before I saw it off. Rank 14. He has a nice team here. If I can scroll down. Fuiaki's been quite disappointing. If you jumped on him, he's only ever got 30s really, so he's still chucking along nice with the price rises, but yeah, only 30s for Fine, and this is quite a nice team. You know, you got Gus Bus, Salmon, Benny, and he's obviously got Galvin to return, and he also had Hughes there. So nice little team there for sure. Let's see how many of you are in the top 100. Overall rank 10, that can't be right. 60, yeah. So there's might be about 17 of you in the top 100, 109, yeah. So about 16 of you. So you're doing well all out league, doing very, very well. And the tipping comp, now this is getting interesting with the tipping comp. Two Pairs FC, Fraser with 40 correct tips, beating us by 9. That is impressive. I presume he got 8 out of 8 this week, which he did with the draw. So the draw obviously helps with the tipping because you just get the correct tip. So again, if we're looking at people to buy this week, drop your questions below in the YouTube. I'm sure we'll be able to help you out. But yeah, Gus Bus, Blore, Iro, the main 3 there. Look out for Buy, Hold, Sell podcast. That's going to be back this week. Couldn't do it this week due to unavailabilities with the boys, but that's fine. And we'll move on to the TLT podcast tomorrow, which will be out around 6 o'clock. So look out for that. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube. Turn on that bell. And we will see you all there live tomorrow. See you then.